Well, hello, gorgeous people. Welcome, welcome to the new stream. I say the new stream, like we're doing something completely different. We're not. We're picking up where we left off, and we're playing Hale's in Town next, and that's fun. I've noticed there's been some kind of update today that's hopefully fixed all of the issues we had before. Just one second, because I've not turned a light on. There we go, I look like a regular human being now. That's fun. Right, so Hale's in Town. We need to go and rest some players and hope it doesn't offer them out. Apparently it's fixed it, but we'll see, because if it offers these players out, we're in trouble. But, you know, such is life. Let's find out, I suppose. Hopefully nothing bad will have happened. We've made it 8 unbeaten, by the way. Unbeaten in 8 games. Apparently, I can request a new contract because of Cole Brannigan's injury. Okay. I'd like a new contract. Okay, thanks. I didn't actually want a new contract. I don't know why I asked, to be honest. I didn't want a new contract. Hey, Kit, how are you? Beautiful, beautiful stuff. What's the plan for the new save? I am good, thank you. I am good. Okay, the Brickfield one. Fun times. Is this a Twitch or is this a YouTube? What's the plan? Fair enough. Well, let me know when it is out and about in the world, and we will, or when it's about to go out and about in the world, if it's a stream, and we'll do some help with the promotion of it, because that's what we do, you know. If it's on the YouTube, I can give it a shout out in a video, or you know, whatever needs doing. Make sure people find you. Also, I'm very excited today because last night / early hours of this morning, Project Zomboid Build 42 finally got multiplayer. I can now play the most recent version of the game in multiplayer mode. We can go multiplayer zombie hunting. Just throwing it out there as a thing. Nah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. But yes, there can be multiplayer zombie hunting now, which could be interesting times. I'd really like to do like a multiplayer zombie hunting Christmas Day, but also A, I don't want to take my PC to my mother's, and B, honestly, no one else wants to give up Christmas Day to go multiplayer zombie hunting, so that's fine. Plus, I'll be cooking all day, so that's fair enough, Git. That's fair enough. We are not zombie hunting tonight anyway. I'm gonna sort of basically try and get through to March / maybe April, depending on time tonight with this stream, because then I just kind of want to chill out a little bit, because I've not really done much chilling out lately. I feel like they've made the text on this screen smaller. Like I feel like more fits in now. Is that just me? Has it always been this small? I know I've got hours of footage I could check, but has it always been this much fitting on this screen? Who knows? Who knows? Right. Do I want to make any change? I do need to put Lenny Sereno on the bench, don't I? Ideally. In fact, to be fair, I probably need to put Lenny Sereno on the pitch. but I'm sure I just put Lenny Serino on the bet. Oh, I did. It's just not reordered it. Okay. Let's do that. That will be fine. I did notice there was a patch that happened at some point in the last 24 hours, but I don't know, because we're on 16.1.1 now. I don't know if it's fixed the tactical issues. So I guess we'll find that out as well along the way. Because I'm sure I'll tinker. Cole Brannigan is broken, so we'll put De Gale in there, and then on our bench in his stead, we will put a Coley? Frimpong. He's been begging for more football, so it'll be Frimpong. And then we're going to take out Fid for Mullins for this one, because he's playing slightly better. Can I have yet? I know this is a wild thing to want. Can I have a numerical form? Like last 5 matches form. I know I'm asking a lot. But is that a thing that exists yet? Doesn't look like it. It's the one thing I'd like on this screen is the ability to see form, current form. And I don't know why it's not here. It's very annoying. Anyway, we'll go with this team. It's going to beat Halesoe in town. That's the plan. Dylan De Gale's going to have an absolute blinder today because he keeps asking me for more football. So he must give me... Oh, for fuck's sake. You can't see this on the stream, but FM's just crashed. That's the first crash I've had on FM26, I think. Which is fun. I don't know why that's happening. Unless for some reason I've managed to fill my hard drive up. It could be that. It could be that. But that's fun. That do be occasionally happening. If we could maybe get it to do what I want it to do, you know. I know it's wild to suggest that maybe I'd get FM to do what I want it to do, but we're going to have a little bit of faith that that's a thing that's possible. I am also very aware that because I have backup saves on, that my adventure in North Korea is, I bet, just heaving with massive backup saves. I was not wrong. Just a casual few gig of backup saves. Cool. Let's... I have them limited to like 2 backups per thing. But the trouble is that the backup files, or the save files, seem to be much, much bigger for FM26 than they were for 24. Like, much, much bigger. Like, I've got 1 country loaded in this, and before that would have been, I don't know, 50 meg maybe at a push, and now it's like 200. which is frustrating. I'm sure there's a good reason why it's like that, but it's not ideal. And to be fair, it is also partly my own laziness, because I do have, not 10 feet away from me, a 2 terabyte hard drive I could stick into my PC and have space. But I'm so terrified that I'll fry my PC if I try and put it in there that I haven't done it yet. So part of this is in fact on me, because I'd never fill up a 2 terabyte hard drive. So, you know, it is partially my own fault, but that's fine. Right, I'm going to save it before I go into the Hales Owen game, in case this is a matchup, a bug from the new fix, because it's FM26. You never know when you're going to encounter a new bug that will break a game for you. Like, it just seems to be what FM26 does. I'm sure there's a good reason for it. We'll just never know what that good reason is. Let's try and shut down some things for freeing up some memory as well. Why not? Because that might help too. Can't think of a good reason why I need my calculator open. I mean, there was a good reason I needed my calculator open, but you know, I don't need it open right now. So, Sereno fails to meet player target. Buddy, you just had to train harder. Like, literally show up and run more. That was literally all I asked of you, was show up and run some more. Which I know is a big ask, but show up and run some more was literally all you were being asked for. So, I don't know, get good. Right. Come on, let's get to the Hales Owen game. 2 hours to go. Right, save that. Just so I have to go through all that admin again. And this time, it's going to let us play the game. Oh, I didn't make that change. Do it. Work. Go for it. Please no crash. Come on. Oh, we got there. Good. Right. Oh, he's posh. He's got a double-barreled name. And Rosaire Longello is in their team as well. And he was on our adventure in Albania. He's a good little player. That man has a European medal in Albania. Anyway, Hales Owen Town. Let's beat them. Let's do this. We have the power to get our first win of the game. We are 8 unbeaten. Can we make it? Number 9. That would be magical. In fact, if we make it to 9, I might have to put that in the stream title. Why not? That'll get some people to come and watch us. They'll think we're tactical geniuses rather than just really lucky. Because we have just been really lucky. We are also pushing for playoffs, to be fair. Like, we could we could theoretically make it into the playoffs if we can keep on this good run of form. Like, ideally, if we could go unbeaten until the end of the season, you'd have to think that unless we drew every single one of those games, we would be playoff contenders. That said, we have been very good at just drawing games and getting 1-0s of late, so that's also a possibility, as Serino has a chance to make something happen. I think I'm training him on crossing. I hope I am, because he needs to get better at it. Mullins across to Cahill to Waldron. Waldron in for Sodje, and Ty Sodje scores, and we are a goal ahead, and we are continuing our unbeaten run so far. Continuing our unbeaten run so far. Let's put that in our stream title, because we're going to make it 9 unbeaten, and I can just keep updating the number as we keep making it like 10, 11, 12, whatever. That's almost an identical goal. Jack Waldron has 2 assists and Jake Young has a goal, and this Young and Sodje partnership is starting to look quite promising. And Ronnie Stutter is not far away from being available for selection again, which is going to give us a real headache, because if Sodje and Young keep scoring, I've still got Big Tim, I've still got McDonald, we may have too many strikers now, which is not the situation I thought we'd be in before when we changed this system, to be honest. So that's good. Pleased with the number of shots, blah blah blah. Dylan, you've been begging me for football, mate. If you could just get a bit better, we might just casually be able to sneak a 3rd goal, and that would be lovely. A 3rd goal would be simply lovely. Serino, come on, build from the back. Go on a run, if you want, I guess. Finds Jake Young. Can Jake Young get a cross in? Can he go it alone? He's gone alone. He's forced a save from the keeper. 3-0 incoming. Not from the corner it won't be, but maybe from here. Longello gets tackled by Waldron, and Waldron is going to go again. A 3rd assist. A hat-trick of assists for Waldron. Is that what's about to happen? Cross goes over. Sodje can't get there. It falls to Gomez. He goes to Serino. Serino with a chance to get an assist if he could cross. Goes back to Gomez instead, who shoots from range. And that was almost 3-0. But you can't help feeling like a 3rd goal may be trickling in. And I'm thinking we might have to do a little magic trick in a second to make that 3rd goal appear. Especially given De Gale is not having a good time out there. Lane's getting dangerous. They're all getting dangerous. Stop getting close. Just relax. Relax. Back away from the goal. No, stop. Back away. Thank you. Right. De Gale, you have been, and I think this is the fairest way of saying this, utter shit today. If you could not do that again, that'd be nice. Let's praise the team. And it's going to be some fitness subs, I think, because we don't really need to do much else. Let's see who's tired. Agumbo is tired, so we'll stick Shooter in there. I think we'll stick Fid in for Parker, just because he's played a lot of games lately. I'm going to stick Frimpong in for Gomez. And that last sub, I don't know what to do with, to be honest. I could send in Ouattara at right back, but Waldron's playing a blinder. I could replace either of our strikers, but they seem to be doing okay. I don't know. It's a complicated one. It's a tough one. Serino's going to get his assist into the box. Maybe not. Jeffries is there to catch that easily. And, well, going deep. Mullins heads it away. Cahill. Cross to Mullins. Mullins over the top looking for Waldron. Can he get his third assist? He absolutely can. Jack Waldron has a hat-trick of assists. And the right back is a beast. And I think once you get a hat-trick of anything, you deserve a rest. Let's put Yeremy Ouattara on the right wing, or at right wing back, to help us into a better place in the table. Waldron gets a rest. Ouattara gets a chance to get some assists. He's got a throw in now. He's probably not going to assist from it because he can't do long throws, but he definitely can cross, and apparently on his left foot as well. Didn't quite find his target, but you know, he's only been on for 5 minutes. We'll let him get his eye in before we start casting aspersions. Serino fails to do defending, and Mikey Lane gets a goal back for Hales Owen. But if you are expecting us to keep clean sheets, you are watching the wrong team, because Hemel Hempstead do not keep a lot of clean sheets. Even when we're on a good defensive run, we don't keep a lot of clean sheets. But we're 2 goals up. There's 6 minutes to go. Maybe 8. We've got a free kick straight away. Cahill, put it away. Come on, buddy. Do it. Do it. I feel optimistic. Into the box. Falls for Jake Young. He could have a pop. Does have a pop. Tai Sojay tips it into the net. He's got a hat-trick now, and that's 4-1. Ah, it's been disallowed because Sojay was offside. That's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking for Tai Sojay, because he would then become largely undroppable after a hat-trick. 6 minutes of injury time. Let's get goal number 4 back. We're not going to do it that way. Come on. Oh, Laval's fallen over. We'll be fine with that. Serino over the top, looking for Sojay, looking for Young. Off the woodwork from Jake Young. He's looking for a second goal as well, but we could still be on for something to be created here. Let's find out. Lane, nothing happening. All very discombobulated at the back is what we're saying. And well, it finishes 3-1. That's fine. If we look at the table, that puts us up into 10th place in the table, and now 4 points behind Merthyr Town. The playoffs are very on. Very on. That's what we're saying. The playoffs are very, very on. We've got a game in hand as well, which is very useful. Hang on, how's that reset itself now so we've got 7 points? I don't understand FM26. We're back to 7 points away, apparently. Who knows? Who the devil knows? Right, let's not attend the press conference. That was good, that was fun. That was nice. And praise Waldron's, absolutely praise Waldron's performance. What a masterful game he had. What a masterful game he had. And now we've got to go and play Tamworth. Hopefully Tamworth won't be a problem for us. We'll rest everyone. We're not going to make any changes to the team. That would be crazy. How are we looking on our XG table? That's the big question. How does our XG table look? Still third. Still a lot more goals against than we should have. And we are, I guess, 4 points up on where we should, or we're 4 points down on. It shouldn't be a plus, it should be a minus. It's really stupid. We are 4 points down on where we should be, but to be fair, there are a lot of teams who have scored a lot of points that possibly they shouldn't have done. Assuming I'm reading this right. because it looks like Spennymoor have scored 11 points more than they should have done. Fylde have scored 10, as of Macclesfield, and Merthyr. We are not outperforming our expected anything at the moment, but it'll come. It's fine. We just have to get this defence sorted and tidy. We have to get ourselves into the playoffs. At that point, we are laughing all the way to the bank. Playoffs incoming for us. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. Whether or not it's what happens is irrelevant. That's what I'm saying. Let's send our assistant to that. Good times. Because hopefully this run of form continues. That's the hope. Hopefully this run of form continues to 10. If it gets to 10, we're laughing. Yes, I know, Dylan. I know I promised you more playing time. What I need you to do, though, is when I give you more playing time, you have to be good. It's a really simple transaction. I'll give you more playing time. You prove you deserve the playing time. It's really all I'm asking for. There's been a lot of weather problems lately, I would say, because that games played is starting to get janky. Rockers led the way for our under-18s. Good stuff. 2 penalties or 2 goals in the match against Marine 18s. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Simply lovely. Right. Hi Simon, don't worry, you've missed one game. We won it. We're now 9 unbeaten. There's not a lot to catch up on. Ronnie Stutter's back from injury in 2 weeks. Ty Sodje is scoring. And Jack Waldron just got a hat-trick of assists. That's pretty much your catch-up. So, looking pretty strong. 9 unbeaten is incredible considering where we were a couple of days ago. Right, I am going to be back in a second before we do this episode. Okay, anyway, Simon, how are you? How are you? Sorry, I was, this diet I've been on is killing me. Right, which of you guys wants to be our hero today? Also, I did see you redeemed the rename a player. Obviously, we'll do renaming players for... I wouldn't be breaking the fourth wall at all. What's your wife's graduation today? Well, that's amazing. Congratulations to Mrs. Thornley. What was she studying? And also, no, it wouldn't be breaking the fourth wall. I always view things like that as real life managers or real life clubs use Football Manager for scouting, so it's no different if you use Football Manager for scouting in your game. It's like you've just essentially booted up the game, which is me, and then something else. It's doing the weird circly thing. Please don't crash. It's already crashed once on us. I've not had many crashes. I don't want one here, please. Okay. We might be okay. A management PG diploma. Very fancy. Been using scouting only rules so far. I guess it goes to how breaking the fourth wall you are. Like, is there an argument that maybe you just bought a ticket to see a game in which Ty Sodji or Jack Waldron were playing? I mean, you know, it's... That's kind of scouting, I guess. Right. Exactly, see? That's scouting. Honestly, that's how a lot of scouting got done when I was playing non-league football. A lot of scouting. And I ended up playing for a club once, purely because I'd stopped for a drink whilst I was out shopping and I'd bought some new boots. And someone asked about the boots and then said they were looking for a player, and that was how I joined them. So it's not super unrealistic. And that wasn't even Sunday League. Like, that was semi-pro. Someone just happened to spot that I'd bought a pair of Predators and asked who I was playing for. So, you know, non-league football's crazy. Also, when I say Predators, I mean like real Predators, not the new ones that are a bit rubbish, like the proper old school LLS Predators. Because I don't mess around. Don't slap a Predator brand on it and try and tell me that is in fact Predators when it's not. We're doing alright so far. I might have to update the stream title to 10 games unbeaten. In fact, I might just keep updating the stream title until we lose. Because can you imagine if we got to like 20 games unbeaten? You'd click on that title purely because you'd be like, what is going on tactically here? Waldron. Come on, get the ball over. Great cross. Ty Sodji scores again. And Waldron and Sodji are becoming absolute weapons. Did a video for Lara about a club up north where Bernard Manning Jr. found a player working in a pub. Ah. Interesting. Bernard Manning Jr. That would make sense. Radcliffe FC. Wowzers. Yeah, these kinds of stories in non-league, they're not uncommon. I played with a lad once. Where was it? I want to say for Curzon, maybe. I played with this lad who was about 15, 16. And the reason he'd been signed up to play with us is because he'd played against the boss's son in a school football match and absolutely ripped them to pieces. So our boss invited him to come play for us. You'll be unsurprised to learn that despite that excellent scouting technique, he didn't go on to achieve anything of note in the game. I think he ended up going to college and then training to become a mechanic. So, you know, it is what it is. I also played for a club once where the manager had become the manager because he lost a bet to the chairman. Like without naming any names, we got an ex-championship, as it would be now, centre half as our manager at a very low level purely because he lost a bet to the chairman in some random friggin' casino somewhere up north. It was odd. Fair, Craig Dawson was not a bad player. Absolutely was not a bad player. Ironically, you may have seen me reference the former second tier defender I played under in videos before, because I often find myself signing his son, or did find myself signing his son a lot on FM24, and I've probably mentioned it. Because on FM24, his boy was a very good lower league striker. I mean, nothing to write home about as you moved up the leagues, but